What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Another episode of Rummy Hunter Productions. Thanks for hanging around, waiting for me this year. Um, Exciting news is archery season in PA is roughly over a month and a half away. I'm super excited. I can't wait. Uh, got my tack shirt on, Total Archery Challenge. Did that over in June. The video is posted if you saw that. I apologize, it's a little grainy. I think it has something to do with the iPhone that the video was shot on, that was sent to my iPhone. The difference in quality, obviously, bigger screen, bigger pixels. I don't have that kind of phone yet. So I apologize for that. It's a little grainy. But today, we're going to go over my bow setup. It's going to be a relatively quick video. Um, this is going to be the bow I'm going to be shooting all year. Well, I'm not even hopefully shooting, hopefully setting arrows. That's tough. It's gonna be the bow I have with me all year long, no matter what. This is the bow I've been having. I don't know what I'm saying. This is the bow I've had for several seasons now. Got a new string on it. Got a new peep. Got a new arrow sight. Got a new bow sight. And yeah, we're gonna dive into it. So let's go. So this bow I have right here is a Bear Tracks 2-cam bow, 31 inches axle to axle. Draw length is 31.5 inches. I'll tell you the arrows I've been shooting, but you guys are probably gonna laugh at me. I went a little cheap on the arrows, but anyway. Starting from the release, I have a TrueFire thumb button. This release, in my opinion, is the best release you could possibly shoot. The head swivels, and it's all spring-loaded. Yeah, it's spring-loaded thumb button. I have it set very super sensitive, if you can kind of tell. If I just put just the slightest amount of pressure on it, well, here. If I put the slightest amount of pressure on it, it's gonna let loose in no time at all. So I mean, it's super light trigger. I had that on purpose because I've listened to a lot of podcasts, and they always say that it's supposed to be a surprise whenever your bow goes off, just like a gunshot. Kind of contradictive. However, if you have your triggers, your thumb buttons, your trigger releases, your I think they have palm releases too. Whatever kind of release you're shooting, if you have it set light, as long as you are paying attention, you know that if it's set light, you pull back, you have your finger on that trigger or behind it, so where it won't release. I just have this set personally for me super light because that way I just pay more attention to what I'm doing. I'm not focusing on it so much as how big the deer is, if there's a big deer, or however many are around me. I'm paying attention to what I do. When I pull through, I'm obviously not going to shoot, but when I pull through, like so, I find my anchor, get set up, and I just relax into the shot. But yes, this is a TrueFire 4-finger release, thumb button, best release you could possibly have. There's a little hole here on the end of it that you can kind of see. Goes for, sometimes you can put a sling around your wrist if you want to. I always just have mine hang here. Like I said, spring loaded. The spring is still pretty new, so it ain't gonna fall. It ain't gonna let loose unless you hit your string off of this trigger. But other than that, it stays there. Going to the peep sight here, I have a 3/16 or 1/4 inch. I think it's a 1/4 inch peep, orange. I tried to went with a little bit of a brighter color, that way I could see it better in low light conditions. But I kind of wanted it to match the bow too. This originally came with orange and black strings on it. I no longer have the orange and black strings. I went to red. I'm gonna get a red peep, a red arrow rest, excuse me, and I'm gonna get a whole new stabilizer setup. I want to try a sidekick stabilizer also. I don't run a quiver on here. I think quivers for me are not the best. To me, it seems like it's a wind sail. You know, standing there full draw in your stand or in holding it on the ground when you're still hunting or wherever you may be, and a gust of wind comes and it's just gonna push your bow left or right. Think about it, if you have a quiver on there, right, and you're pulling back full draw, waiting on the deer to get the right angle, big gust of wind comes, you're doing this. No matter which way it is, it's just a pain in the butt. I find it's easier for myself to shoot without a quiver on. Makes the bow lighter. Easier to hold a little bit longer at full draw. Now, holding full draw still is a pain in the butt for over a period of time for anybody that I've talked to, but that's just myself. I don't run a quiver. I usually just throw my arrows in my backpack, or I'll put them in like a hip quiver or something and hook it to my backpack, and then when I get to the tree, pull one arrow out, knock it on, ready to roll. On to the next, I have a QAD Ultra Rest. I think this is the Elite, I do believe. Just your average drop weight arrow rest, you know, pull your bow back, goes to full draw, and then whenever you release, your arrow flies through contactless, your bangs don't touch. It's supposed to be the best, one of the best contactless arrows rests you could possibly get. I love it, never let me down. Easy, super easy to paper tune, and like I said, hopefully I'm gonna be getting a different one. I just want a different color, but I like my bow to match. I'm picky like that. Going to the stabilizer, this is the Trophy Ridge static stabilizer. I believe this is a 12-inch. I took the weights off the front. This twists off of here, and it's kind of hard to see. However, I have some electrical tape around this little bit right here because I have a camera I can mount to my stabilizer, and I'm going to be running that this year also. Different little ounce weights right here. Right now it's pretty soft. It's rock solid whenever I pull back. Sorry about that. I had to see what my mother-in-law said. However, this is what I'm most excited about. I shot this arrow sight. Geez, there it goes again. I shot this bow sight at Total Archery Challenge. I've always wanted a 1-pin sight. Was always skeptical about it because I'm always worried about having to move this range of deer, having to move it, make sure I'm always on. However, without further ado, this is the Trophy Ridge React 1 Pro Sight. Sight itself, the pin itself is 0.010 of an inch, so super tiny. You have a light for it. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. I doubt it. No. Kind of. Let's see what we got. Yeah, she's glowing a little bit, so I touched the camera with my bow. But as your I call it a sight light, whatever you want to call it, but that's why I call it a sight light. I don't ever use it because, believe it or not, little fun fact, I'm not sure if a lot of people know this or not, if you use this light on your bow, sometimes even if you have it on your arrow sight, man, your bow sight, I apologize. And if you shoot a big enough deer considered for Pope and Young, they disqualify it, I believe, because of this light. Consider it cheating. I don't know how it's considered cheating, but just, I hardly ever use it. The only time I do use it is if it's super low light and I'm practicing in the backyard, or if I'm practicing up in the tree, get the last couple shots in. Anyway, has a 3-axis setup here. You have your first axis. Well, it depends on which way you go. To me, the first axis is your left to right. I guess this would be the best way to say it. Line that up straight. And then you have your second axis on top of here, which is your sight housing moving this way. Get that lined up. And then you have your third axis. Where are we at here? 1, 2. Oh, your third axis is right here. Make sure that your sight housing itself is not leaning or tilted forward, back and forth. I love this sight. I have it dialed in all the way up to 100 yards. If you watch videos on this sight, it says to shoot at 20 yards, mark your 20-yard mark, move back to 40 yards, shoot 40 yards, dial it in, mark it out, and then match those two lines with your sight tape that comes with the sight itself. So obviously I did that. I have it sighted in all the way up to 100. I can't shoot 100 because I believe that's pretty low. It's a slider pin sight. Anyway, I can't shoot to 100 because I believe my vanes will touch my sight housing and kick my arrow. But, you know, in deer woods, how often are you going to take those kind of shots? As you can see here, let's see if I can get zoomed in a little bit. There we go. As you can see here, these are micro adjustments for your windage and your elevation. Very minute, very minute. I figured that out during the Total Archery Challenge. And when I say minute, it's minute. I mean, you hear one little click, it might be enough. I don't know if we'll be able to get a click out of it. Let's see if we can hear one. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys heard that or not. However, I don't want to move this because, like I said, I have it pretty much dialed in where it needs to be. So, but yeah, this is the bow I'm going to be using. I'm not exactly sure what string this is. I got the string from my pro shop around here, which is Archery Zone in Richland, PA. Well, Johnstown, PA. But I got the string from there. And yeah, like I said, Bear Tracks, dual cam bow, 31 inches axle to axle, 31 and a half draw length. Now, let me run and get one of my arrows for you. And I'll tell you about that, what I'm going to be shooting this year. I also have this True Low foot limb. I call them limb rests, whatever. Just helps with ground hunting, I guess. But give me 1 second, I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about the wait. All right, so you guys might laugh at me. However, these are the arrows I'm shooting. These are called the Mutiny. They're actually from Walmart, believe it or not. Easton makes the arrow. I'm sorry, Carbon Express makes the arrow. Tell you what, a high quality arrow with a lot of bang for your buck. These bad boys are only about $7 for one. They are, if you find a good one. Well, I can't say that because every one I've shot has been a pretty good one. These arrows, I tell you what, are high class. They are pre-cut with an insert in them already, if you can see here. This is a fill point, 100 grain fill point. A little squeaky there because I got dirt all through this stuff. But I'm shooting the Nocturnal lighted green Nox. Let's see if I can turn it on for you. Let's see here. Nocturnal lighted green Nox. These bad boys stay on forever. I can't say that. Well, they stay on for about almost 36 hours straight. I have not had an issue with this at all. Now make sure though, whenever you get these Nox, they fit your arrows. That is a big deal because obviously if they don't fit your arrow, whenever you pull back to release, your arrow's gonna go flying, your Nox gonna either stay there on your string or it's gonna shoot off and go separate ways. I have it lined up with the cock vane up. And this arrow right now roughly weighs about 350 grains as is, with the lighted knock and with the insert that's already in the tip of it. Now I shoot broadheads. I shoot a fixed blade, 3-blade Montec G5. I absolutely love these. They fly so straight. They fly just like a field tip, excuse me, and they cut well too. The first buck I ever shot, I used a mechanical I destroyed the mechanical. It absolutely tore the blades all apart. The chisel tip on the front busted. Wasn't really impressed. I went to these. I shot them countless times. I can shoot this, no problem, over 50 yards, and it'll fly just like a field point. Love it. Cutting diameter, I think, is 1 inch and 1/8, I believe. I'll have to double check that one. Anyway, as you can see, chisel tip with the blades coming all the way down, and they also have a blade on the back end. If I can get to highlight, there we go, on the bottom of your screen there, it kind of highlights the back blade here. Super sharp, very good arrows. Sorry, geez, oh man, I'm having a hard time today. I've been stuttering a lot today. Very good broadheads, fly very well. I love these things. I don't know if I'll switch to a different broadhead. If there's anybody out there that wants to let me try some, and I give you a plug for your arrowheads or your arrows or anything, hit me up. I'm always free to work with. But anyway, a little plug for myself there. You know, you always gotta look out for yourself sometimes. Yes, these broadheads, I love these bad boys. And then obviously you just screw it into your insert, like so. Right now, with that broadhead in there, it's sitting at about 450 grains. This setup with my bow that I have set up the way it is, it thing packs a punch. It doesn't sound like it would, but man, whenever I sink into something, I sink into it big time. Whether it be a phone target, a deer, a tree trunk, whatever it may be. Whenever I sink into it, I sink into it, and it's stuck in there. But yeah, like I said, these are the Arrow Mutinies. These ones you can see here. I did that backwards. Yes, I did. Anyway, 55 to 70 pound draw weight. Always make sure that you don't have any stress cracks in your arrows. Little trick. I don't know if all these archery hunters can do this or not. Check to make sure your arrow is straight. So, yeah, this is what I'm going to be shooting this year. This is the arrow I'm going to have, and this is what I'm going to be shooting this year. So guys, I hope you liked the video. Have any questions, please don't be afraid to ask. I have this channel, obviously, that I'll answer you as fast as I possibly can. I have my Instagram handle is, excuse me, roaming_hunter. Feel free to get on there, message me if you need anything. The only way I can give you some advice, because I don't have much. But yeah, this is a setup I'm going to be using, and I'm going to try this catchphrase. I said it in my last video, if I can remember how it went. Shoot straight, practice often, and most of all, have fun. I think that's how it went. Anyway, that's it for the video. Please like and subscribe. I've seen a lot of the viewers on these videos are not subscribed, so please subscribe. Please hit the notification button, hit all, and please go to my Instagram and follow me on there. I'm going to be starting reels up here very soon. I've been starting spots and fields. I've been trying to do some, I don't know if it's called techno scouting, but yeah, it's all kinds of cool stuff coming up. I'm going to start becoming very active on here. I know we just had a down season, but hopefully I'll be going hunting here soon. Maybe get some chukar hunting in whenever it comes in the season. Get you guys some content, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyway, like I said again, please like, subscribe. My Instagram is @roaming_hunter, and feel free to reach out. All right, guys, take care.